Welcome back to From the Holler. If y'all are new around here, my name is Missy, and this channel is 100%, well, I shouldn't say 100%, close to 100%, dedicated to loving and supporting each other through our loved ones' addiction. And I am I am the mom of an addict. He has been in recovery for almost 7 months, and he was in active addiction before that for 15 years. So this channel was started. Y'all, I'm getting a tickle in my throat. I don't want to cough all over you. This channel was started in the hopes of finding community, building a community, and showing others that we can make it through this. And bouncing each other, Lord. Y'all see what kind of night it's going to be, okay? Bouncing ideas and questions and solutions and things like that off of each other, because what works for one doesn't work for the other, and vice versa. And sometimes you just need a fresh set of eyes to look at things and fresh ideas to try and run with when you're dealing with this. Okay? There are days where putting two sentences together is almost impossible, and there are days where putting a full-on thought, it's just not going to happen. So, yeah, that's what this channel is all about. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for taking the time out of your busy day to sit down or to carry me around or whatever it is you're doing and just listening. I want to thank you guys for doing that and for supporting our little channel. We are growing like crazy, and y'all, I am so appreciative and blessed for that. I really am. I really am. So let's jump into tonight. There are times, I'm sorry, there are times during these lives that we discuss a certain topic. I do have my little heater on down here because it's a little bit chilly here in East Tennessee tonight. Last night we about got blowed away, and tonight it's a little cold. But there are times on this channel, on these lives, where we have a certain topic that we talk about, and then there are other nights where it goes however it wants to go and however it needs to go, and we laugh and we have fun and we chat, and because in reality, there are days when every single one of us could use a break from our reality of what's happening in our lives. So, with that being said, I see the trots are already out tonight. Yay. Hey, Ashley. Hey, Whitney. Hey, Nacy. How are you doing? How are you doing? So, there was something I wanted to, let's see. Yeah, me too. Me too. Oh, if you guys have not already watched the Sean Ryan interview with Ben Owens, it's Ben and his wife Jess, and they have a channel too, and I'll try to remember to link that in the description box, and I'll also try to remember to put a link to Sean's video. Y'all, it's a 5-hour interview, worth every minute of it. Ben and Jess, I don't want to give too much away. Y'all need to go watch this, okay? Ben and his wife Jess are former addicts, and They have been sober for quite a few years now, doing great work in the addiction field over in Memphis, Tennessee. Y'all, y'all, I would love to talk to them. Love to talk to them. And I'm gonna send them an email, y'all. What's it gonna hurt? What's it gonna hurt? Not a darn thing. So I'm gonna send them an email, and I would just love for me and them to have a conversation and to chat for a little bit, and hey Kathy. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to get this. So on the community post today, okay? The post was, biggest lesson in life, don't ever think it can't happen to you. And I said, yeah, about that. I'm pretty sure none of us envisioned this nightmare becoming our lives. It wasn't what we saw for our children as they were growing up. It was happening around us, and we were oblivious to it until one day the shit hit the fan and our breath was taken away. The trauma of those first days, months, and even years stick with you and show up in our daily lives out of nowhere. You look at people that aren't having to deal with this, with addiction, differently, and you do. You do. And you wish that you could go back. And I'm sorry, I'm already emotional, but this makes me emotional. Um, I don't know how it could not make anybody emotional. Um, that day, that everything changed, okay? It completely obliterated our lives up until that point. And everything after that point is crazy. Okay? It's crazy. It's a whirlwind. It's a lie. It's frustration. It's anger. It's grief. It's hurt. It's disappointment. It's all the things. Okay? And your old life, it's just gone. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it. None. You can't go back and unknow what you know. And the old life is just gone. It's just gone. And you grieve for that life. You do. You honestly do. Hey, Dottie. I also said you wish you could go back in time. You have so many should have, could have, would have moments, but deep down nothing would have changed because you had no power. You had no power to begin with. We didn't. We didn't have the luxury of making a decision as to whether or not to change our lives. It got changed for us. That decision was not ours. It happened to us instead of us choosing to do it. Okay? It happened to us. And I think that was one of the hardest points for me to get past, was that I had no control over my life at that point. None. None. I didn't. And to me, that sucks. It does. Um, I said that we would be getting into this tonight and talking about it because there's more, there's more. Um, let's see. Hey, CF. Hey, Jesse. Thank you, dude. Um, Sorry, I'm catching up on comments here. How many of y'all can remember the day you found out? I can remember the exact day, the time. I can remember how, where I was at, what I was doing that day. But the funny thing is that I don't remember. I don't remember days after that. Okay, Alicia, is that your name? Bye bye. Uh, oh, I know you are, Jesse. I know. I know. See if they were crazy here last night. Uh, I no longer have a greenhouse, which I only had a little tiny one anyway, and yeah, it blew away last night. So, oh well. Um, no, I don't. I don't have any memories of multiple days after the news came out. And y'all, I'm going to have to change my microphone. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Okay. Can y'all hear me? Hey, Chevy. Oh. Y'all hear every grunt and growl I make with this thing, I swear. Anyway, my old life has been weighing heavily on my mind for about a week now, I guess. Um, I told you guys about a week or so ago that we have we have something very special coming up next week involving the whole family, minus one baby Graham. And he's not a baby anymore, but we have something coming up, and I guess that has just kind of um, I guess that's just kind of took me back to the way things were, and things that have been going on here recently, with Joseph's recovery and things like that. Things have been taking me back, okay? And memories have been popping up, things that I've not thought of in years, honestly, years. But, I've had time to sit down and think about it and all that. And looking forward, and I am looking forward to this. I am so looking forward to this. It is going to be epic for my family, okay? And for the healing process inside of my family. And I don't talk a whole lot about any of that because that is something that is between us. I don't talk a whole lot. You'll notice I don't talk a whole lot about my other children. It's not because I am not involved in their lives or anything like that. They prefer their anonymity, and I respect that. They prefer to be private with things, and I respect that. So therefore, I don't go into great details on any of the things pertaining to them. And again, it doesn't mean that I'm not involved in their lives. I am, and I will always be. They're my children. I don't just sit here, again, I don't just sit here and twiddle my thumbs and only, have my blinders on and only focus on one child. Okay? Or actually two, which would be Joseph and Aiden. I That's not the way it is. You only see what I allow you to see. Okay? But we've got this coming up next week, and y'all, I'm excited, but it has it's triggered something. Okay? And I don't know another word for it except for triggered. And there's been some really tough memories that have come up. Um, you know, Stuff that I thought I had forgotten forever. But there's been some tough things that have come up. And, hindsight's 2020, and I look back and y'all, there were red flags. Okay? There were red flags about they were just surrounding Joseph. Okay? And I missed every one of them. I did. I did. I missed them. I think I could have probably found out about his addiction a year before I did. Surprising, huh? I think I knew in the back of my head that something wasn't right and that there was a possibility that drugs was playing a part in those things. And I chose to look the other way, turn the other cheek, however you want to put it, and not acknowledge that my child was on a bad path. And then the next thing I know, he's gone off the rails. And here I am standing here like, what the hell just happened? Where did all the air go out of the room? Where did the pieces of my heart take off to? They've been ripped out. And now I'm seeing, I can look back, I can sit down, I can look back, and I can realize that there were some definite red flags back then. And I'll put my big girl panties on, and I'll admit that I was wrong to ignore them. That's part of my shoulda, coulda, woulda. I can't go back and change anything now. I can't fix things now. But that's part of my shoulda, coulda, woulda. And that's where I have been for the past few days in my mind and in my heart and in my gut. And y'all, there have been days where it's just been like a gut punch, a throat punch even. Okay? And there have been days where, for a little bit of those days, it's been a struggle. It's been an absolute struggle to get through. Okay? And I'm not I'm not mad at anybody. I'm not upset with anybody. This has not soured me on my excitement for what's happening next week with all my kids and my baby grands. It's just I think it was time. I think it is time for me to sit down and do this. I think this is this I don't know because I've never been through this before, but I think that this is a process that us moms of addicts, when they go into recovery, that we go into at some point during their recovery. I don't know. Um, I've got moms in this community that have been through the recovery process with their child. Is this part of it? You know, I feel like it is. For me, anyway, I feel like it's a national, God, a natural progression. So, let's see. Uh, Moms are warriors. We're tough as nails. We're mama bears. You're right. You're right. We are. Doesn't mean that we don't get hurt or that we don't worry or anything like that. We still do. We still have our moments. So, you know. And like I said, this has been on my heart, and I almost brought it up Monday during our um, weekly chat and check in, and I thought, you know what? No, uh, I'm I'm just gonna let that one sit for a little bit. And then this morning I got up and I scrolled through Facebook, and I scrolled twice. Okay, one, two, and on that second scroll, the first post that I saw was that another one of my friends, another person on my friends list, had lost their child to addiction last night. And I thought, Lord, that broke my heart. There's another mama that is going to, she's already going through enough. And now she has to go through the pain and the heartbreak, which I can't understand. I can't. I've never been through that. But she's going through the pain and the heartbreak of having to bury her child, you know. And I can't imagine. I honestly can't imagine what that's like. So, y'all, it's getting to the point where it's every week's thing. You know, you open up Facebook and oh yeah, I reached out to her. I did. Um, it's every week's thing. that, you know, somebody that I have have become friends with, whether it be, from school, okay, I know, years ago, lifelong friends, pure romance. When I did it, I made a lot of good friends during that, or whether it's been from this community, um, my local community. Somebody's losing their loved one. And it's like, how do you move past that? How do you move on? And then, there are times when, and I'm guilty of this. I am. I'm guilty of it. How do you, well, not how do you almost feel guilty, okay? My heater kicked on. I cannot put myself in those mamas' shoes. I cannot begin to fathom what that's like. The furthest I can go is, getting the phone call and running, okay? Just running and being scared to death, not knowing what you're going to find. That's as far as I can go. And that's heartbreaking enough. I cannot imagine. And to any of you that have lost your beautiful baby, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. One life lost is too many. We should not be losing our children to addiction. We should not be. Oh, Kathy. Yes, ma'am, I am. I am more than grateful. I am truly blessed. Truly blessed. The one thing, or one of the things that I know each and every one of us have in common, okay, is the fact, um, every single every single one of us have experienced those times of waiting on that phone call or that text message or that knock on the door. Every single one of us. If you've been blessed and you've not been through that, that's awesome. And I'm happy for you. But I can about guarantee you, every single one of us in this community right here, right now, we've been through those moments. Okay? We have. We've been through it. And those are some of the most gut wrenching, raw emotional moments that I have ever experienced in my whole life. If you have, if, if you have never had to run to your car and drive yourself to the hospital where your child has been taken, knowing that the last time you and he talked or you and she talked, and he told you that he didn't have another relapse in him, and yet here he has relapsed, and that's all that's played in your head, okay? You can't get anybody to talk to you on the phone. I mean, they won't give any information. You can't get a hold of your daughter-in-law. You have nothing but the silence and the sound of the tires hitting the pavement, and you're screaming out, just let me make it. Just let me make it. Some of us have been lucky. I was a lucky one when mine did survive his overdose. It was what led up to him starting his journey to recovery. So some of us have been blessed like that, and there's others of us that weren't, and that breaks my heart. It breaks my heart for my friends to watch them go through what they're going through. It does. And it makes me feel guilty to talk about Joseph's recovery and stuff, knowing what I know, okay? It's, it leaves an impression on you for sure. And it's tough to get through. Very much so. And 100% do not recommend. Okay? That's why I say start having the conversation, the drug conversation with your kids, your younger kids. Start having it now. It may be awkward. It may be. I don't care. You don't want to walk in my shoes. You don't want to walk in these other mamas, sisters, friends, wives. You don't want to walk in their shoes either. Okay? Have the conversation with the littles. Break it down to their level. Break it down to where they can understand if you need to. Because I'm going to tell you something. These dealers don't care whether they're going their own elementary school property selling or middle school property or high school property. They don't care. Okay? They don't care that it's an elementary school child. They no longer care. They just don't. They're getting these kids younger and younger and younger, y'all. They're getting them. Have the conversation. Make sure that your kids know the dangers. And if you're raising your grandchildren because of addiction, oh, you better darn sure put put that in their ear early. Okay? They don't need to be idolizing mom or dad or whoever it is that's struggling. Okay? They don't need to be idolizing that. They need to know that what mom or dad or mom and dad, whatever the case may be, they need to know that what they're doing is wrong. They need to know that there are consequences, whether it be uh, jail, prison. There is a difference between the two, okay? But whether it be jail, prison, or something they're never going to come back from, they need to know. They need to know. You can't go through life sugarcoating everything, because as soon as you start sugarcoating about addiction and about how easy it is to become an addict, as soon as you start doing that, that child is going to wonder, okay? You can't sugarcoat this. You just can't. Be honest, be direct. Like I said, break it down to where they can understand what it is that you're talking about. I would much rather have that conversation with Aiden than for him to have that conversation with a dealer. Okay? Because I can about guarantee you that a dealer is not, they're not going to care. They're going to lie their asses off to him and tell him that it's not bad. Here, how much lunch money have you got? How much snack money have you got? Can you get any off your mama and bring it tomorrow? Think that don't happen? You're in a dreamland, because it happens every day. Every day. Even in little, I cannot say this word, rural communities like the one I live in. It happens every day. It's not just a big city, inner city problem anymore. It is right here in our faces. Okay? It's in our faces. We have turned our nose up to it and tried to ignore it for as long as we can, and we can't do it anymore. You can't. You can't. See, if those dealers want to make these younger kids their runners, I mean, think about it, y'all. It's the perfect setup. Okay? Who's going to suspect a little kid? Have the conversation. Don't let the awkwardness keep you from it. It could literally be the difference between life and death. Literally. Have what I want to say right now. After speaking to my friend today, and being there for her. What I want to say right now, I'm having to bite my tongue, okay? And I don't like having to do that. I am very blunt and open, and I speak my mind. I speak what I feel, and to hell with the consequences. I don't care. Have I'll abbreviate, okay? Have the effing conversation with your kids. Clear enough for you? Have the effing conversation. Have it over and over and over again until they can repeat it back to you verbatim. But have that conversation. Check in with your kids. Make sure that they understand. Make sure that they do. Because addiction don't give a shit how old your kids are. It'll grab them and hang on for dear life. And again, you don't want to live my life. Not when it comes to addiction. Okay? And you sure as shit don't want to live some of these other mamas in this community's life. Promise you that. Promise you. So that is tonight's topic. If you've got anything you want to say, if you've got anything you want to add to this, please leave it in the comments. I would love to see what everybody's opinion is on this. Ashley says they're making sweet tart drug pills. Think they're not going after these kids? Think again. Think it won't ever be you? Think again. Okay? When my babies were born, I didn't look at them and think, oh, this one will be this and this one. Now, this one, he's going to be an addict. That didn't happen. Okay? Well, he was growing up and he had the little personality and everybody loved him and he got along with everybody and I thought, that right there, that's going to be my drug addict. Yep, I see it. No, that didn't happen. I didn't go through telling everybody, when he grows up, he's going to be an addict, a heroin addict. No, that didn't happen either. And when people would ask him what he wanted to be when he grew up, he sure as shit didn't look at him and say, I want to be an addict. It wasn't in the plans. It wasn't supposed to happen to us. Okay? We kept our kids in church. We taught them the Bible. We taught them all the things. It wasn't supposed to happen to us. I'm going to have to switch microphones again. That's what I get for not charging. It wasn't supposed to happen to us. Paps and I, we didn't do anything. We didn't do drugs. We might have had a beer every now and then. Very seldom. We worked hard. We paid our bills. We loved our kids. We did what we thought we needed to do. They grew up with structure. They grew up with respect for others. It didn't matter what we did. It didn't matter. None of my other 3 children suffer from this. They're all doing very well in their respective fields. They're all successful. They're all felony free. It didn't matter. It didn't matter that our butts was sitting on the pew at church every time the doors were open, and that my kids learned how to sing Jesus Loves Me, and they were at Sunday school every Sunday. It didn't matter that they knew every word to the Lord's army. It didn't matter. What mattered was I didn't think it could happen to us. I didn't think it could happen to us. It wasn't supposed to happen to us. But it did. And now here we are, 15 years later. All hell's broke loose during those 15 years. Okay? Yeah. Don't think that I don't wish that I had had that conversation with my kids back then. Had I known then what I know now, I'd have had that conversation. Good night, Ashley. Love you. I'd have had that conversation. And don't think for 1 second that I've not already had that conversation and continually have that conversation with Aiden. Because I do. Okay? I do. He stands at risk, an even higher risk. Don't think I haven't already started that conversation with him. Just for the simple fact of who his dad is and what his dad is. Okay? I'm not sitting here saying anything about Joseph that I wouldn't say to his face. And I am not saying that he would intentionally put Aiden in harm's way. I'm not saying that either. I'm just simply saying that I won't take another chance. I just won't. I just won't. Again, hindsight's 2020, and this is where my focus has been for the past several days, and I couldn't get it off my heart, and it was like, you need to talk about this. You need to put this out there. Somebody needs to hear this. Let's get it out there. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. If y'all wouldn't care, say a few prayers, send good vibes, good juju, whatever it is that you do, to my friend. I'm not going to call her name. Just know that she's devastated and in a place that I hope and pray I never get to. And it's definitely a place that I can't reach her right now. She's not ready. So, yeah. Anyway. Oh. So, there's that. So let's, if you haven't yet, be sure to hit that like button. Give us a big old thumbs up. That always helps the channel continue to get put out there and continue for this community to continue. How many times can I say continue? If we're to help this community grow. Um, if you like the content here, or if you are, if you have a loved one struggling with addiction, we'd love for you to join our community. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Subscribing is free. Doesn't cost you a thing, y'all. Doesn't cost you a thing. It does help with the channel, but it doesn't cost you a thing. And it doesn't cost anybody anything to hit that thumbs up either. So, and don't forget to share the video. This will be up on the channel. It'll process, and the replay will be up on the channel. And I would love to see this thing shared like wildfire. Okay, if you guys share any of my lives or my videos or anything like that, this is the one to share. Okay. Okay. I know it's scary putting an addiction video out there on your social media pages. I understand that. I understand that. But sometimes you just got to do it. Hey, Karen. Oh, so anyway, again, if y'all have any comments, any suggestions, any, I would say if you got any rebuttal, put it in the comments. I'm probably going to delete it because I don't want to hear it. But yeah. So, kids catch on to their surroundings, they can tell something is going on. Yeah. Yeah. That is exactly true. Exactly true. Oh. Yeah. Hey, Woozy. Oh. Y'all, our viewership is down tonight. I don't know what's going on. Are the trots, do they not work on Wednesdays? Asking for a friend. Just asking for a friend. And once again, my mic is going to, y'all, I need to plan this better, okay? Yeah, there was a few, but it ain't being bad tonight. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. There was something. There was something I was going to ask you guys, and I can't remember what it was now. Don't forget to go check out. Let me go ahead and get this. Let me go ahead and get this video, the link to it. Hang on just a moment. Oh, I can't type. Y'all have got to go watch this video, okay? Where'd it go? There it is. You know, I swear, like I don't want to play out. I just want the one. Oh, hold on. Hold on. All right. I'm going to share this. Okay. Share. Copy. All right. Now I'm going to put this in the description box. Okay. So you guys can have the link to this. Anyway, nope. Okay. Anyway, boop, boop. There we go. It is in the description of tonight's video. Y'all go watch that interview. Okay? It is amazing. Amazing. Let's see. I got my trays ready to sow some strawberry seeds, and I saw about cold starting them. Yeah, strawberry plants, not all of them, but some of them have to be cold stratified. At least that's been my experience. I know the seeds that I have here, they have to be cold stratified, and I may or may not have forgotten about that. So yeah, we'll put those strawberries out next year, okay? Or this coming winter. I don't know. Every day my sons are okay and we get through another day as a gift from God. Yes. Yes. Amen, Karen. Amen. Amen. And we need to be thankful for that. Nisi, you will love that interview. Now I will tell you guys, okay, there's some language. But did y'all hear that? I don't know what they in there doing. Beating and banging on stuff. I get cold chills just thinking about that interview. I think they have to be cold stratified for like 3 to 4 weeks before you can sow them, I think. It's worth a try. What in the world? It's worth a try. It's the Sean Ryan interview, the Sean Ryan podcast interview with Ben Owens and his wife Jess. Awesome, awesome, breathtaking. What testimonies those two have, like, yeah, yeah. It took me 2 days to finish the interview, but totally worth. It's 5 hours long. Well, actually about 5.5 hours long. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. I had it on while I was doing things around the house, had it turned up to where I could hear it. Um, yeah, totally worth it. How are the new chickens doing? They are getting big and they are starting to feather. I noticed today on most of them, they got little tail feathers. They're so cute. They're so cute. I am soon to have to put something, some wire or something over top of the brooder. Um, so they're gonna start flying out of there. Okay. Completely forgot to ask, does Aiden have a report? I'm sure he does. Okay. Um, he decided that he doesn't want to be the main chicken caretaker anymore. Um, he just wants to be an assistant because we had to clean the brooder out the other day. Okay. And he wasn't a fan. Yeah. No. Y'all hear my heater kicking on? Y'all, it's cold. Cold, I tell you. Oosh. I I went out yesterday to plant some. I want to plant some rutabagas, and I went out there to plant rutabagas and beets. And the wind was blowing so hard it would have just blew the seeds plumb away. So I just turned around and come right back in. I no, I will. I'll work on that this weekend. We have got. I don't know if everybody, if this is a traveling consignment sale or not, but we've got Jack and Jules consignment sale coming up in Knoxville this week. I think it starts tomorrow, or maybe it starts tomorrow and goes through Saturday. So we're going to be going and checking that out. We love Jack and Jules, and we love Duck Duck Goose. All the consignment sales. Y'all, these kids grow too fast to buy brand new stuff sometimes. Okay, they cannot. It just don't make any sense to buy all new. Now, does Aiden get brand new clothes? Yes, he does. He gets brand new clothes to wear to church. He gets brand new clothes, to every now and then. I don't always look like this. Okay, every now and then we like to dress up a little bit and look halfway decent to go out somewhere. I know y'all have seen me doing these videos in the grocery store in my t-shirt, my big oversized t-shirt, my hair up, no makeup. I know. But every now and then I don't look like a homeless person out and about. I actually just every now and then when I'm in the mood, and Aiden's the same way. But they're growing so fast, and he's growing so fast. Good Lord have mercy. It's crazy. Allergy season, yeah. Yeah, I saw the spawn of Satan, oh crap. And the name of them just left my head. Them god awful stinking trees. They don't bear fruit, I don't reckon. They look real pretty, but they are full of allergies. And I hate them. I hate them. Yep. Yep. I honestly think that March is coming in like a line with all the rain and the cold and the wind. Good Lord, the wind. And I think it's going to go out like a lamb. I think this may have been our last cold snap because next week we're back up in the 70s here. So, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. We'll see. I'm ready. I'm ready for the warm weather. I am. Well, y'all, I think I've. Oh, ooh, what are them stupid trees called? Bradford pear trees. That's what they are. Spawn of Satan. And they are blooming. Everybody here will be sneezing and snotting. It'll be great. Won't be any different than the rest of the winter. So, ugh. Nacy, you keep that up there, okay? I don't want that here. I don't want that here. All right, y'all. I think I've done all the damage I can do for tonight, okay? And I'm ready to get up and move around. My mic's fixing to die for good this time. I mean it. And, yeah. I want to thank y'all again for spending time with me tonight and for listening and for all the comments and all the well wishes for my friend. Bless her heart. It's going to be a rough path for her. And I know that. So, y'all, just like Karen just said, y'all be kind to each other. Take care of yourselves. Okay? You can't fill from an empty cup. Trust me, you can't. And have each other's backs. We're all we've got. We're the only ones that understand what the other's going through. So, anyway, much love to each and every one of you guys, and I'll be seeing y'all before Sunday, okay? I gotta get these Azure Standard Halls up and a couple other things up. So, yeah, be watching for that. I've got to make myself sit down and edit this stuff. Much love to y'all. We'll see y'all soon. Bye, y'all.